Trying to get everything situated here tonight. I told you all I was going to come back on first of the year, so didn't want to lie. We'll come back and be started on time. Sorry I'm a little late, 6 o'clock. What's the scheduled time? Snow Covers Live, we call it One Mic. I'm going to do a impromptu show tonight, starting off the new year, but we're going to come back this year with a regular series of shows. Thank the audience for joining in tonight. You all that will join in. And some things I want to discuss. First of all, it's a sober night. Didn't want to start off the year this way, but I want to give much respect to the family of Lamont Russ. Good brother. Brother that's always been in the mix with things going on in the community. Very community conscious brother. Very family oriented man. I remember running into Lamont years ago when I had a spot downtown. He came in and was one of the house DJs at the time. So rest in peace, brother, as they say. I'm trying to get things situated on this other side. Sad he's been battling a while. I know he's been on dialysis a while. So peace and blessing go out to his family and friends, his wife, whatever we can do to help in this time of need, this time of sadness, we'll be willing to do. Like once again, rest in peace, Lamont. He was a very good brother. Trying to get in on another site so I can get everything lined up tonight, because I got something I want to talk about. So if you bear with me for 1 second. Trying to get all this technology down to the right science that I need to be on. And we're good. I know what I did. Okay. Work here on the site, making sure we're on all sites that we're on to. 2022, let's get started. 2022. It's a new year. And I want to tonight help us get started on the new year right, on the right foot, on the right footing going into the new year. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to use myself as an example of some of the stuff I wanted to talk about. I came up with a topic that I wanted to talk about, which is stop running on a quarter tank of gas. Stop riding on a quarter tank of gas. That's the goal for 2020 for us. We need to stop riding on a quarter tank of gas. What do I mean by that? I mean, look at what we've accomplished this year. We survived. Number one, we're here. If you're here on your tune, you survived COVID. That's number one. We survived COVID. Economics have been hit hard. A lot of people got hit hard economically. I mean, man, you was laid off for a while. Some people were out of job, out of work. We've lost a lot of loved ones this year due to COVID and due to other underlying circumstances. We lost some loved ones this year. It's been a trying year, but we survived it. We made it. And most of us, not all of us, most of us, myself included, we ran this race last year on a quarter tank of gas. Everything we've accomplished, we've been doing it not just this year. For a lot of us, it's been most of our life. We've been making it from year to year, surviving from year to year, taking care of family from year to year, going to work from year to year, just making it. And we've been running off a quarter tank of gas. And what I mean by that is we have not running at our full potential. Could you just imagine what it would be like if all of us were running at a full tank of gas? I mean, engine running fast like it should be running, body running like it should be running, mind running like it should be running, the spirit of giving like it should be running, love perpetuated like it should be given. Could you imagine what life would be like that if we were running on a full tank of gas? So I want to talk about a few things going into 2020 that helped me the last 3 to 6 months, because I started this conversation with myself first. And anything I share online or anything I share on Facebook, usually I'm talking to myself first, or after I finish talking to myself, then I talk to the audience. But most of the time, I'm always talking to myself first. I started this process probably about 6 months ago, when I realized I was running on a quarter tank of gas and still making it, and just asked myself what it would be like if I could just boost myself up and get back to running on a full tank of gas. Because believe me, I know what it's like to run on a full tank of gas. I was there one time. So the first thing, I wrote some notes down here. I'm gonna keep looking at them briefly. The first thing we've got to do is find out how to fill our tank up. We got to find out going into 2020. Don't write down nothing yet in your resolutions on what you're gonna do. If you wrote them down already, tear it up. Take that piece of paper, whatever you put on your refrigerator, whatever you put on your mirror in the bathroom, tear it up. Because the first thing you got to figure out is how to fill your car up with gas. Because what we've been doing, we've been running on a quarter tank, and then we run a little bit and it gets empty. Then we got to go figure out how to fill the tank up again. If start this year off, before you do anything else, before you write your resolutions down, before you move out on trying to lose weight, or trying to open a business, or start a new career, or get a new job, or find a man, or find a wife, whatever it is, whatever the case. If I've got a boyfriend, girl, whatever, I have a baby or whatever. Figure out first how to fill your tank up. This tank here, how to fill your tank up with a full tank of gas, so that when June comes, you ain't going back to try to go get no gas somewhere. Or when there's a shortage of gas, you ain't go how to go find some gas somewhere. Figure out from before you write anything down, before you think about anything else, figure out what is it going to take to get your tank, meaning your life, filled with a full tank of gas, so that you wake up every morning ready to go. And you can run every morning 100 miles an hour, 150 an hour, not worrying that at the finish line, you're not going to make it because you're not going to have enough gas to get there. Figure it out. What is it going to take, man? Do you need to just take 3 months off sabbatical and just stop doing it? If you can do it, do it. Do you just need to get away by yourself? Do you need a weekend just to go somewhere and meditate and think? Do you need to get rid of some things and get rid of some people? I have a chapter in one of my books I write. It's a step in Black male development. One of the steps is called learning how to eliminate self-destructive behaviors. Do you got some things you need to eliminate that's destroying your life? Get rid of that, because nothing, the resolutions is not going to work until you figure out how to get this car filled up with gas. Because what you're going to do is you're going to get to November, get to June, or midway through, or even it might make it in May. All of a sudden, you're going to put, and then you're out of gas. All the resolutions gone. Everything you try to do gone. You frustrated, you're mad, you're out of gas because you're starting off the gate wrong. You're starting off the gate right now, just running with no game plan, nothing planned, no idea. Your tank is not full of gas. You're still miserable. You're still sad. Some of us, man, some people are still, and you know, I did talk about Lamont earlier, but some people are still grieving, have been grieving for 5-6 years, never got through the process of grieving psychologically. So they stuck. Think they got gas in the car and can't move nowhere because they stuck psychologically, because they still haven't got through the grieving process. If you don't know how to get through the grief, go get a book. No, go get some mental health. Nothing wrong with going to find a therapist. Nothing wrong with seeking counseling. This good insurance you got in that days, you need to go see somebody, sit down and talk to them. Go sit down and talk to them. But some of us have never got through the process. It took me, I didn't realize that. I hadn't got through the process. I told you I'm gonna talk about myself some. I hadn't got through the process of losing my mother. I was in a stuck mode when I lost my mother. When I lost my mother, I was in the most dump I could be in. I was living in a shack. Damn near. I ain't gonna call it a shack. I'm gonna say that. I was living basically homeless, like homeless, not, but in a 1-bedroom rooming house. We can call it that. I was a rooming house. Then also my mother. When I got to lose my mother that passed, I was at bottom. It lost her, and that was at rock bottom. I mean, it was boom. Now your mama gone, and you already then reverting. I mean, I was trying everything to get back on top. I was going to school, riding a bike, trying to go to work, trying to create another business. I was doing the talk shows way back then. You remember I was on the air every day. That was just to keep me alive. Many of you all that are in the audience and still listening to No Covers have been following No Covers for a long time. You all got me through that time period. You kept me alive, being able to come on that mic and talk to you, and you were able to respond back. That kept me alive during that time period. And then boom, mom died. So when mom died, it was like, whew, man, it sucked all, and I ain't had no tank in the gas in the tank anyway. It sucked all. I'm siphoning gas from other people, man, trying to just make it. So I went through a funk, a period, and didn't know the grieving process. I didn't know for 3, 4 years I was in grieving, basically grieving mode. It wasn't. Oh God, it wasn't until recently. I that I got out of mode. I finally, I think I posted a while back. I posted my mom's ashes. I was able to go to Gambia and post them. The trip to Gambia did a lot for me because that was one of the things I promised my mom I was going to do. I was going to go to Africa one day. And me and my mom would talk about, my mom talked to me, even though my mom was from a different background to me spiritually, as I grown to be. We used to talk about stuff, and she would talk to me about stuff. And my mom was one of the first people that introduced me to stuff that I got into. Because she would drop me off at the library, and she never checked the book. She would check the books I was reading, but she never stopped me from reading and being investigative. I was an investigator. I was studying. So I never got past that process. So a lot of us are still stuck in that process. So now we're going into the year and you still grieving from something 4 or 5 years ago, and you're trying to be successful. Not going to work that way. It's not going to work that way. You got to stop in the track, stop the car. You know, when the car needs, go take it to the mechanic shop. Get it tuned up, get it right, get it tuned up here, and then start the process the way it should be, so that you can actually live this process the right way it should be. But you gotta figure out what it's going to take to fill that gas tank up. If some of you are sitting right now in relationship problems, past relationship issues, you're going round and round and round in a circle. And keep coming up with the same problems and haven't figured out why. And haven't figured out what is it going to take to make this one work or make that one work, and still going round and round and round and round in a circle again. And then you're going to take off this year with a whole list of stuff that you're going to accomplish. And when it comes June, why they fail? Because you didn't fill the tank up. You didn't fill the tank up with gas. You started off January 1 running with a quarter tank of gas. And you think you're going to make it to August. You're not going to make it. You're not going to get past May. You may make it to Easter, but you're not going to take it running with a quarter tank of gas. Your soul is not right. Your head is not right. Your heart is not right. Your mind is not right. Get right. I worked this year to get right with my children. We still got some bumps to get over, but yeah. That was a goal of mine, to try to make sure I had a working, talking relationship. My brother asked me a question one day about, he saw me bouncing this about my head, about my children. He's like, what would it have been like for me and you if mom and dad had parted in the early days, or mom and dad had some relationships? How would you have reacted to that? And he had hit me. Whoa, I hadn't thought about it that way, how they reacted. So I made it this year to that was a constant drive of mine, to make sure I had individual talks with each one of them going into this year. So you fill the tank. You don't fill the tank up on January 1. Yeah. So you most might want to post some of those resolutions until about August, because a lot of homework you got to do before you get ready to go start this car and run this 2020. And it took a process. I had individually talk to each one of them and try to get a relationship built on them, because sometimes we as parents try to treat all the children the same, And they all individuals. A book of mine, Khalil Gibran, The Prophet, where he talks about the children. And he said they're not yours. They don't belong to you. They are individual items that you're in possession of, but they're not yours. They have minds of their own. They're going to think different. And you have to get to understand their mind, not your mind. And you don't want them to be you. You want them to be better than you, of course. But you don't want them to be you, carbon copy, and you don't want them living your dreams. You want them having their dreams, and you want to be able to understand their dreams and aspirations. And as a parent, what you want to do is try to help them get to those dreams and aspirations as best as you can. I hope I'm talking to somebody tonight. But that's what you want to do. You want to be able to get them to those aspirations as best as they can, as best as you can help them get there. That's your goal. That's your job as being a parent. As being one with them. Yeah. So, yeah. I was looking at some notes right quick. But that's how you fill your tank up. Yeah, I had to go through that with my children. Get squared away with each one of them before I even took off overseas. I didn't know what that was going to be like. I wanted to make sure I was squared away with them in case anything happened. And once you get there, now we can start making some movement. Once you get that tank filled up. So I'm going to give you a couple of points for you all that might already have your tank filled up and ready to go. But you all that don't have your tank filled up yet, get your tank filled up before you go to any of these other steps. Now we can move forward to it. If you got your gas tank filled up, we can move forward with some other things that I've written down that might get you through the year. And we're going to wrap this up in a short time. I'm going to try to take the next. I'm already in a half hour already. I won't stay that long, but I just had to get some of that off. You know how I am when I start talking. This is one mic, no covers. You can tune off or tune on or cancel it at any time. You know, this year I am not concerned about who listens or what listens or when they listen. This year I'm just going to talk. I'm going back on the mic and I'm going back like never before. You might get frustrated with me, tired of me. Man, we tired of looking at you every day. Delete the button, delete the channel, get off my page. That's all. It's that simple. Because this year is going to be your year. I've got my tank full up with gas and I'm running. Yeah, we no covers used to say we running, keep running. Yeah, Big B. Yeah, Big B's always say we running. Yeah, we running. First thing you got to do is figure out. First thing after you got your gas tank filled out. The first thing I want you to do is figure out what you can do and why you think it's something that you can do. Is it valid? A lot of us are doing things that we can't do and wondering why we're not successful doing them. Figure out what it is that you can do and make sure it's valid. Make sure it's a goal that you can have the ability to reach. I'm serious now. Make sure, because I see a lot of people. I don't want to say anything, but they tell me, well, I gotta go, and I'm looking at them like, man, you gotta go to do what? You ain't going. I'm sorry, but I don't see you as that. And that's just might be my personal opinion, but I'm pretty good character judge of people. I think my human health, my human experience of working with people most of my life, I'm pretty just judge of character. A lot of people say, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, no, that's a bad business idea there. For you. Yeah, for you. Yeah, that's a bad business idea. But they go for it and then they get frustrated and wondering why it's not going to work, why the people not coming, or why. No. If you don't need to be sales if you don't have a personality. If you don't like people, you don't need to be opening the store for people. If you don't like customer service, you don't need to be in sales. You don't need to be selling me nothing. If you're not gonna say how you doing and have a pleasant personality and walk in your store, you don't need to be in business. You need to stop. It ain't for you. Business is not for you. If you're in the people business and you don't like people, it's not for you. You need to find something else to do. You got to stop making these goals that are not valid. Make sure what it is you're going to do, you have some validity to it, that you can do it. the things that he said, don't give yourself an opportunity to give up. And sometimes you need to give up. Yeah. Because you got to figure out if what I'm going to do, can I do it? Do I have the ability to do it? Do I have the knowledge base to do it? And stop jumping out of here and willy-nilly schemes and like, okay, I'm gonna get $1 million off this. I'm gonna open this and open that, and don't even have anything written down. Don't even have a plan written down, an action plan written down. And nowadays, let me tell y'all something. Nowadays, it is almost a crime for you all that say, well, I don't like writing and I don't like reading. I'm tired of that. I've heard so many excuses about, well, I don't like reading that much. I'm not good at reading. I'm not good. You can YouTube everything. And I've seen y'all text everything on Facebook. So don't tell me you don't like writing and you don't like reading. You read everybody else's comments. You read everybody else what they got to say. You write and text everybody in the world. So don't tell me you don't like to write and read and you can't figure out how to do a plan to make sure that your business is going to be successful. You can't figure out how you're going to be able to get this goal accomplished that requires writing and reading, or you can't figure out how to get that loan in the bank because the paperwork is too intense, too long, or you can't keep up with receipts. Don't give me that excuse no more. What you do 24/7 tells who you are. And what you do on this page tells me you can write and you damn sure can read because you do a pretty good job at it. So kill that excuse. I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good writer either. And I got 5 books and misspell words all the time. I know it. So did J.A. Drothers. When I get enough money, I have an editor that I can pay $5,000 and boom, he can clean it up for me. But till then, I'm going to keep writing, keep talking, and ain't worry about nobody say. Got to stop making excuses about what you can't do and can't do this because you trying to make it picture perfect for everybody because you so worried about what somebody going to say. The hell with what they say. They saying something because they're doing nothing. I'm going to say that again. They saying something about you because they're doing nothing. 9 times out of 10. You're the topic of their conversation because you're moving and they're not moving. So therefore, they need something to talk about because they stagnated and not doing anything. And they sad and miserable and want you to be there too. So they're trying to drag you down. Forget that. It's 2020. Let's get the gas in the tank and get moving. That brings me to my other point. Don't be afraid of embarrassment and open yourself up for criticism. If I just stepped on your toes, damn it, I should have stepped on them a long time ago. Don't be afraid of embarrassment and open yourself up for criticism. I like it because now I got something I can correct. Tell me I'm wrong. Don't sit here and let me make a fool of myself and don't tap me on my shoulder. You supposed to be my brother or my sister, or you supposed to hate my friend and have a conversation with me, and you can't pull me to coat and say, man, damn it, you ass is raggedy right now. You need to get this thing together, brother. Oh, he ain't call me friend if you can't pull my coat. Or you worried about how I'm going to take it. Look, I got tough skin. I've been called everything there is in the book. So don't worry about that. And you should have tough skin too. A person should be able to come and tell you, look, you need to tighten that up. You need to fix that. And don't be afraid of embarrassment. Don't be afraid of failing. But again, make sure it's what you can do. But once you find it's what you can do, don't be afraid of embarrassment. Just fix it. Fix it. If it broke, fix it. If you don't get it right the first time, get it right the second time, third time, fifth time, but just keep doing it, keep moving, keep running. Once you got that tank filled up with gas. You need people. There's a saying that said that creativity is something to be done alone by candlelight. That's a lie. There's the old saying, creativity is something you do alone by candlelight. No, you need people, man. You ain't gonna make it. You're not gonna make it out here with people. You ain't no island. Unless you're a computer genius whiz that just creates programs and you can sit in a room all day long and do it like you make it like that. But you trying to be you need people. You need some people around you. You need some help, and you need some good help. And start with your family. Look, here's why you start with your family. Let me tell you, if y'all doing, let me tell you this right now. Y'all might get start with your family, especially your children. Start with your family and start with your children and those around you first. Reason why. Let's say the idea that's in your head, and you formulate it and you do a good job and you make $2 million, $5 million. You hit it this year. Who gonna be in there with their hand out? Your family, your friends. Hey, who gonna be giving you surprise phone calls at 3 o'clock in the morning? At 9 o'clock in the day, you just popped up at the coffee shop. You just happen to be at. So you might as well put them to work. Let them help you and you help them. Collective. It's a collective. Work together. You're going to need some help in what you're trying to do. I need help. That's why I keep asking you all for money. I can't do it Gambia by myself. I break my bank account. What we doing over there in Gambia? And since I see the ticker running, No Covers Gambia Mission, NoCovers.org, go to NoCovers.org, that donation button there. Yeah. What we doing over there? I need help. Frankie always tell me, "Oh, you have not because you ask not." That's what he always say. He said, "Brother, you have not because you ask not." He always say that. You have not because you ask not. Ask, man. Don't be. And that's always, I hated to ask. Oh, I hate it. When I first did my first GoFundMe page and I hate it. I hated going to you asking you for what I wanted to be able to do myself. But when you help, when you join, let other people join in with your vision. Oh, some of the comments I got back from the people just made me move further because I want them to share again. Yeah, but let them join in and let them give you some money or some assistance or some technical skills or whatever it can give you to help your goal. You're going to need people. You're going to need. Don't be alone about that count. I was that way. I'm just going to wait till I get it all done myself and then I ain't going to. Invite people in. Get people in working with you. Get your family working with you. Find as much help as you can get to work with you. The dream is a reality that caught you sleeping. I had it written down. That's my cliche one. That's one of the ones I love. A dream of the reality that caught you sleeping. 2020, don't let them dreams catch you. Don't let your dreams catch you sleeping. 2022. It's a reality that caught you sleeping. You slipping, you sliding, you slipping, you sleeping too long. You waiting too long. And then here's what gets you. Here's what gets me. I see people. I've done it myself, so I can't throw it on everybody else. I'm gonna say it. I've done it myself, but I don't do it on regular. I see a lot of people do this on regular. They have something wonderful, or have something they was working on, or have an idea, and I see it a lot of times on media. Down, I see it on Facebook, and then all of a sudden, out in the blue, way over in California, or up the street, 2 blocks over, sometimes next door within their own household, somebody else then took the thing and moved with it. And now you say, man, he stole my idea. I had that idea first. If you had the idea first, why didn't you move on it? Why'd you just sit on the idea? And why are you upset that someone else got the idea and took it and ran with it and made your vision or your dream a reality? You were busy sleeping. You were busy dreaming. See, here's what happens. And I'm a strong believer in this because I've seen it work in my own life, because I've seen some of my stuff come back. And I knew it was me. I knew I was the first one that came up with that. Ideas don't just come to you. When an idea enters the atmosphere, when God allows an idea to come, it's a spark. It's like a life germ. It's like it's a germ that needs air, woof, breath. Breathe into it to make it come alive. So what happens is the idea is floating in the universe. It just happened to land on you when you woke up and came up with it. But it wasn't just one idea. It wasn't just like one drop. It wasn't like, I want to use this example. It was like sperm. It was millions that went out, but only one made you. It was billions of those, what I call sperm idea cells. There was millions of sperm cells that went out into the universe with that one idea. And it dropped on millions of people. And most of them were like you, sleeping on the idea. A dream was a reality that caught them sleeping. So you sat on the idea. It was millions of other people that got the same idea. They sat on it too. Bill Gates wasn't the first one that thought about a computer. Jobs wasn't the first one that thought about an Apple. Lewis Latimer wasn't the first one that thought about a light bulb. Everybody was trying to make a light bulb. And that wasn't Edison, was Lewis Latimer. I'm going to talk about history later on. Other people were trying to do things. Electronic car. Everybody's trying to do a car. The one who moved on the idea with a full tank of gas, the one who made it and brought it into fruition. So don't say somebody stole your idea. Say you slept on your idea and didn't bring it into fruition. And just clap your hands for that person who took the idea that was in your head at one time and brought it to life. Brought that sperm cell and woof, some roof in it, some air in it, and brought it to life. And now that idea is doing well for that person. You go here mad with your stuck in your thumb because somebody stole your idea. A dream is only a reality that caught you sleeping. Embrace rejection and find your people. That's what I want you to do this year. Nobody don't like you, so what? Embrace rejection. Find your people. Somebody don't like this show, so what? I'm embracing rejection. I'm finding my people. You know why? Let me tell you something that happened today. It happened today as I set the show back up. Now, I stopped talking for a reason on this ad. I'm going to tell you why. I wasn't right. I had to go get me right. And then I'm going to talk about this journey for the next couple of months because I got me right. I had to go get me right. No people ask me this. I had a friend of mine a couple of weeks ago. I got back from him. He said, man, why you stop the show? The show was good. I say, I talk to you about that later. So even when I left the radio station, it wasn't because Utley passed and I got off the radio station. I still could have did the same thing. My good brother, Derek Adams, who's doing a wonderful job. He's back on the air and he stayed on the air. We had the same setup. Matter of fact, we talked about it doing. We talked about doing the shows on Facebook, setting up media. We was in the studio when we know it was time, and we talked about that. So I could have stayed on the air. I stopped talking because I had to get me together and get me right. So when I say embrace rejection and find your people, I'm going to embrace rejection, meaning that everybody's not going to like what you're saying. But what I have found out, I went back to start setting up my platform today. And what happened was, as I started setting the platform back up, I hadn't been paying attention to the platforms in about 6 months. Monies and donations had been accumulating. Views have been accumulating, and sponsorship have been accumulating off a few shows that I had done. So it's bigger than you, and it's bigger than your little city, and it's bigger than the small people who don't like you. The world is big. Internet is broad. There's a wide awake world. The message used to say there's a wide awake world for the wide awake Muslim. If you are woke, there's a world out there waiting for you. Person in here might be a person right next door to you, might not want nothing to do with you, don't want hear nothing you got to say, and they don't relate to them at all. It ain't for them. Won't want to read nothing you write, it ain't for them. You ain't for them. Embrace that rejection and go find the one who you for. Everybody's for somebody. Relationship wise, embrace the rejection and find the one for you. You up, sisters, please. Stop it. Stop it with the posts. Just Embrace the rejection and go find the one that's for you. Others, stop with the drama. No, I'm tired of hearing about your problems in child support because you caused them yourself. You pay your darn bills, you wouldn't be in that situation. Stop with the complaining. Embrace the rejection. Find the one's right for you. Move on. Embrace it. It's rejection. Don't want you no more. Fine. Okay, well, embrace it. Move on. Find the people for you. You selling a product, you got something to sell, embrace the rejection. You got an idea, you want to take it to the bank, and the bank rejects you, embrace it and find the bank that's for you. But don't go in the bank with some stuff scribbled down on a piece of a napkin. They say, this is my idea, and won't a loan. No. Make sure the rejection is not warranted. Make sure they don't have a valid reason to reject you. That's what I'm saying. As I talked earlier, make sure it's something you can do and make sure it's valid. Make sure they don't have a valid reason. But embrace the rejection and find out your what's there for you. There's something there for you. Embrace it. Don't be afraid to go back to something you love. And stop trying to make everybody happy. That was for me. Don't be afraid to go back to something that you love doing. What makes you happy? What grounds you to the ground? What grounds you to the earth? Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about those that's telling you, yeah, don't do that. Girl, you better not do that. You know they're gonna talk about you now. Don't worry about that. If you love it, go back to it. I mean, love it. If you love doing it, go back to it. If it's a person, go back to it. It's a family member, whatever. If it's something that you love, if you used to love swinging on a swing when you was little, go to the playground and get on the swing. I don't care if you're 55 years old and pump that bad boy till you jump out. Do what you love to do. Don't be afraid to go back to it. If music was your thing and you got away from it, go back to it. If you used to sew years ago and you used to love to sew, go to get you online and get you a nice brand new sewing machine. Create some space in your room, whatever you got to do. Carve it out. Set your desk up. Go get the McCall. I think they still say McCall. I don't know. I know something about sewing. My mama used to sew. Get the McCall's pattern and go down and get you some material and start sewing you some stuff. You ain't got to wear it. Just do it because you love to do it. You used to love to work on cars, man. Go get your old raggedy car that don't work. Go down and get you a dump $50 piece of nothing. And just sit in the backyard, man. And when you get bored, just go out there and work on it. Just tinkle on it. You might not never get it running, but it's what you love to do. Do it. Love to play cards. Not gambling now. Cards. Stay away from the gambling. I'm gonna touch on a lot of nerves this year. I'm telling you right there. I'm gonna touch on a lot of nerves this year. I'm in a new mood, a new mind frame, and I really don't care who like it or not. Yeah, stay away from it. Touch, yeah. If that's what you like playing, get your card game going. If you used to like to party, go party. Not that kind of party though. Clean party. Nice wholesome party. And be careful while you're out there. Lastly, and I'm finished for the night. I'm almost at an hour. Self-improvement before community development. I've taken that from the minister I have behind me, Minister Farrakhan. Used to have a series called Self-Improvement, the Basis for Community Development. So I stole a little bit from that, and I said self-improvement before community development. What I mean by that is a lot of us are busy working in the community, but we ain't ready yet. We got issues of our own. You cannot help the community if you still got issues. As I say, you got to help yourself. You can't help people if you can't help yourself. I gotta fix me. You busy trying to fix everybody else. I gotta fix me. I had to work on me, get me right, get me, and now I can go do some work. You trying to work and you ain't got me right, you're gonna be miserable doing it. You're gonna be frustrated doing it. You're not gonna be happy doing it. So if you're out there working in the community, I see a lot of posts from people that's working in the community that's frustrated and a lot of anger. I hope I'm talking to you tonight. Self-improvement before community development. Self-improvement before community development. Improve self first. Fill that tank up with gas. Make sure you got enough and you're ready to go. Make sure you're stable. Make sure your family unit is stable. Make sure you connect you with your children. You got that stable. Make sure you got them demons out the closet. It is clean. I ain't gonna open your closet door and ain't no telling what jump out. Make sure that's clean before you get out there. A lot of folks getting out there, getting in trouble because they got out there and jumped and didn't clean that closet first. Make sure that closet is clean before you get out there. Clean the closet, clean the closet, clean the closet. Make sure your closet's clean because they're coming at you. If you're doing anything good, oh, I know. That's why I said, I already know. Bruh, we putting rice, we putting food in children's hand way across the water. I know they're going to come with everything they got now. Boy, if they came at me when I was at DC Virgo with the little children, oh, you way across the water? Closet got to be clean as a whistle. So I'm already, I'm three. Don't even send me no inbox and tell me, bro, you need to get clean. No, I'm good. I'm good. Clean as a whistle. Because I know they're going to come. So make sure before you get out there in community development, you've taken care of some self-improvement. Self-improvement before community. Before I leave the show tonight, I got to get the totals out. Coronavirus deaths worldwide, 289, what's that, 1,117,230 worldwide. COVID deaths in the United States, 846,905. North Carolina deaths, almost 20,000, 19,399. Almost at 20,000 deaths in North Carolina. It's real. Go back and look at my last show. If you ain't got the vax, make sure you're taking care of yourself. I support you if you ain't got it. But I'm not supporting you if you're being foolish and not taking care of yourself. I am not going to support you. I'm not going to stand behind you. And you probably say, I won't give a damn if you stand behind me or not. But that's on you. But I'm not going to sit here and do you rah-rah. And I'm not going to be, cheering up. If you got underlying, you got some stuff you got to deal with and you ain't taking care of that. And you telling me you ain't going to get vax. If you still puffing, smoking, doing all this stuff, if you still got self-destructive behaviors that you know you wrong about doing, and you telling me I'm not going with you. But you healthy and you taking care of your body and you eating right, running right, doing what you taking. You taking B12, vitamin C, the zinc, ginger. You doing all that? Got your tea? Yeah. I'm back on mine. If you're doing all that, yeah, I'm with you 100%. Don't vax. I can understand. I appreciate that. Don't vax at all. But if you going around and you ain't vaccinated and you helping to contribute to these deaths by not vaccinating and not taking care of yourself because you're getting COVID because you're not you have a body that's not built to take care of it because you know what you're putting in it. And you still putting that filth and junk in your body. You telling me, don't speak to me, don't talk to me, walk away from me. I want it. And then you got to say, is that something? I'm going to be very hard on you too. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to be very hard on you too. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming to your pages in a minute because I know some of you are. I'm going to start coming Talking that doggone, I'm with this man. They hate, brother. You inboxing me telling me, brother, have you forgot your teachings? I ain't forgot nothing. But I'm honest enough about myself to know what I've been doing to myself. You ain't honest about yourself and to know what you're doing, and you mess around getting these people killed. Because you mess around still, I'm gonna come at you. That's all I'm gonna say about COVID. I'm done for COVID for tonight. It's about an hour, wrap it up. Hey, if you like it, fine, hit me and share. If you don't, that's cool too. I'm embracing rejection and I'm finding new people. Many people out here to talk to. I'm gonna be coming at you hard this year. No Covers One Mic. Website is nocovers.org. Please, I'm asking you, help me support the mission in Gambia. Got a lot I want to do over there. It's something that I've been in my heart for 6 years. This is not no overnight project, no scheme I got going on. And if I hear somebody, I might smack you upside your head. No, I ain't got time for that. I love my folks over there in Gambia. They my family, and we're stretching out, meeting more and more people every day. And people hit me with projects, and I'm just telling them I get to you when I can. There's so much need around the world, and we got so much. We spoiled rotten to the core as a people. But talk about that another show. Been nice talking, hanging out with y'all tonight. Call it One Mic. If you notice, I'm not going into the chat room. I don't know if it's chats in there or not, but I'm not going in. And I'm probably going to start keeping the chat room closed. Anyway, I'll read it when I get off the line, but it's called One Mic because it's the only one talking. It's me. It's going to be that way for a minute. You like what you hear, tune in every weekly basis, daily basis. I don't have a time set for the shows this year. I'm probably going to do one again tomorrow. My work schedule is funny, so I'd rather do one according to around my work schedule. I go up sometimes, down sometimes. I'm working nights sometimes, I'm working days sometimes. I got that 12-hour rotating shift schedule. So when I get a break, I'll do a show. I don't want to put a set time in and tell you I'm going to be on this particular day and I'll have to miss the show because I'm tired. I don't even want to get to that. I want to make my word my bond. So until I can figure out what the pattern is going to be, hey, just hang in here with me. Roll with me this year. I think I can help you, and I want you to help me be a better person. I want you to help me be a better husband. I want you to help me be a better father. I want you to help me be a man of God. When I say man of God, I mean I want you to help me be a better Christian and a better Muslim. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. That's another show. You go when we get into the religious conversation, y'all gonna think I done lost my mind. But I am tired of this division. I want you to help me to be a better Christian and a better Muslim. I want you to help me be a better child. And still, I want to be a better Jew too. I want to be one of them. A better roster, everything. I want to be it all. I want all. I want all of it. I want to be a better atheist. Did I say that? Yeah. I want you to help me be a better atheist too. That's a whole nother show. And if you didn't understand what I just said, if I just made you say I was going to hell, you just wait till that get to that show. You just hang in here with me. Yes, I want you to help me be a better atheist as well as a good Muslim, as well as a better Christian, as well as a better Hebrew. Yeah, I want all of it. It's all wrapped up in one. It's all wrapped up in one. It's all wrapped. Oh God, when I get to that show. It's all wrapped up in one. And we've been fighting and bickering and arguing and beating each other upside the head and family not speaking to each other. Oh, man, God, is so much I want to tell you all. Peace and blessings, family. That's my hour. I'm up. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed, I hope you had a good New Year. Did I say Happy New Year? Happy New Year to you all.